What up, y'all? It's Dizaster. I'm on Battleraptaxi live in Berlin, ready for this interview. How's my stay in Berlin? It's been really good, man. This is my 8th day over here. I came here a week early so I could, soak up the country. This is my this has been 10 years since I've been coming to Germany, so it's starting to feel like more of like a second home, and it's just been really good, man. Good vibes, and I just was very just ready for this battle that I just did last night, and just the whole feeling being here leading up to it and everything is what just made it so good, I love it in Germany. Germany is one of the countries that I will always come visit in my life. We've always been had a, since we were young growing up in Lebanon, we've always had we look up to Germans, because of football and because of their technology and engineering. And, me and my best friends, we were always we would talk about Germany and going there one day when we were kids, And I never expected that I would actually be part of the culture here. So, it's amazing, and I'm very thankful for the people here. As of right now, it feels amazing, man. Germany's scene is growing really rapidly. It's one of the biggest scenes in the world right now. I would say the German scene is the German scene is right there, behind America right now. They're they're pretty much almost selling out bigger events right now than the Americans. So the scene is growing, and I love it. The crowd is amazing. They're very susceptible. They hear punchlines. They know how to digest them. They speak good English, man. They react to everything. They're there to have fun. There's no hating. There's no they're very just appreciative culture, and they love hip hop here, man. So I can't complain, bro. Oh man, me versus Gemini was crazy last night. It was a movie, man. I'm very happy with my performance. I'm very happy with his performance. I think we both killed it. I definitely feel like I tore the roof off the building. From a lot of people, they're telling me I had the best performance of the night out of everyone. So I feel like I did my job, man. The round times were equal. It just felt that way because I got more reaction. He rapped through his stuff easier, but it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds of material. I didn't rap more than him. He did the whole thing oh, you've been rapping for long, right after I finished the craziest round where they didn't let me get through my bar. I lost my voice trying to tell them to shut up so I could finish, but it just, they kept reacting, and the round went from 2:30 to 3:30 probably, I wasn't unsure about it, because I got help from people here putting it together, and I fucking tested it on people too, and just made sure I rehearsed it in front of different Germans, so see how they react to my accent. Each person told me, no, say it like this, say it like this, or say it like that, so I would change it a little bit. By the time I reached the battle, I had it more refined, and the day of the battle when I was showing up, I felt they're gonna go crazy. I was okay, I got this fucking down. I got all the words. This is my fifth language. Okay. High performance. It's not just that I rapped in these languages, but I did high performance main events and against really big people. So I have 5 languages now. So obviously the English, and then I started the Arabic battle rap. I'm the actual creator of it. There's Arabic battle rap right now because of me, and then Spanish, and then I did Tagalog, which is Filipino main language in Philippines. I use some Bisaya words too, but it's Tagalog and Bisaya. It was mainly Tagalog, and now the German, and I might, before my career ends, I think I'll add maximum more I can do, from what I'm able to do, from how culturally immersed I am around the world. I think the maximum languages I'll be able to do, which is the goal I'm trying to go for, is 8. So I feel I could add 3 more. There's 2 more languages that I'm gonna add on. I know I could do them. French and broken English, Nigerian, Pidgin. So I know I'm gonna be able to go to Africa and do that, and I could do the French thing, but and then there's gonna be an 8th language. I don't know. I know I could do 7 for sure. I'm just pushing for 8, maybe before I retire. I'll have 8 high-profile battles in different languages. me versus Dizaster was my first introduction to Germany in 2015. That'll always be the OG battle versus Dizaster. And I felt like I was too simple in that battle because I didn't know what to expect from the crowd. So it was me trying to like navigate. So I didn't give you the full Dizaster, but I still came with some shit, and it was a fucking great battle, and I freestyled a lot in it. The second time when I came against Cynic, I was better, and I fucking liked the battle with Cynic a lot. Against JollyJay, man, I was in horrible shape. So the first 2 on Rap Mittwoch, the second 2 that I just did, because I have 4 battles in Germany now. The second 2 were on Don't Let the Label You. So against JollyJay last time, like I owed this crowd an amazing performance because, you know, I came from Lebanon during like a really turbulent time when I battled him. And I had food poisoning, I had fever, I was sick, and I had no sleep, and I was absolutely in horrific shape. I was in no shape to battle when I battled JollyJay. I just couldn't like leave the Germans hanging because they were already waiting for it, and Jolly told me to. Like I spoke to him about it before the battle, but he's like, bro, like we've came this far, and you know what I mean, you gotta do it. And I was like, you're right, and it's okay, I'm gonna give it my best, you know. And I didn't have the best fucking performance against him. I choked in the fucking battle, I couldn't remember shit. The ventilation was horrible that fucking night in the room, just like it was last night. But last night was a shorter battle, and I came right in from outside. I was spraying myself with water and shit, so I stayed cool for the most, even though I was sweating fucking balls in there. But I was able to get through it, so I'm just really happy I made up for 2019 versus JollyJay, you know? It's been fucking 6 years, bro. Oh, man. Well, just me finding hip-hop all starts in Lebanon during the fucking war with Israel. Around the time we were occupied by Israel and Syria, and like I was a football player, and I was getting into a lot of fucking trouble, and I was getting expelled from my schools, I was getting fucking red cards, I wasn't able to join certain games, I was getting fucking benched because of my attitude, and I started like drifting towards like hip hop to release my anger and becoming this like hip hop guy, and immediately I got into because I'm so competitive in the football thing, and I always wanted to be number one. I immediately, when I started rapping, I got into the competitive side of it. I wanted to compete with rap, and before I knew there was battle rap, bro. And then I found out about battle rap, and then I was like, oh my God, this is what I want to do. So, you know, I started there. A Sudanese guy taught me how to fucking rap. Once I turned 15 years old, I knew like I was a battle rapper, but I still hadn't battled nobody, and I was in Lebanon, so I didn't feel like I was official. So like I forced my family to fucking take me back to America with a series of just fucking absolutely violent lashing outs on the city and fires, and fucking I just lost my mind, and they kind of were like, all right, like we're gonna take him to America, and like, you know, he doesn't want to be here anymore. I just didn't want to be there. And once I got to America, like my whole thing though, I told them I wanted to go play football over there and get a scholarship, you know, and I like created this whole thing like where I was gonna go with LA Galaxy and all this. When I got there, I just dropped the ball, bro, and I just started rapping. I started going to parks and looking for people to battle, and I finally like found people that rap, and I started like coming at people just hanging out at benches and shit like that, and it started like that, and we would like, and then it went to battling over like slices, like a pizza, or battling over like whoever wins like takes the other person's shoes, pack of cigarettes, you know what I mean, battling over a pack of cigarettes and shit. The winner wins a pack of cigarettes. So we'd be in the park doing shit, and then from there I basically started like building a name. The Dizaster name was given to me. Once I was like Dizaster, I started like, yeah, I'm a battle rapper. And then in 2001 or 2, when fucking the 8 Mile thing came out, and once 8 Mile came out, it caused an explosion in battle rap all over the fucking country, and everybody was into it all of a sudden. So now I had a market. So I would go to parties, and now people would be freestyling at parties way more than they ever would before 8 Mile. So everybody's freestyling at parties. So now there was like this whole entire market for me of people that are trying to do what now I know how to do, and I've been doing for a couple of years. So I immediately started fucking people up, you know, and I started doing really good. And you know, that's literally when I developed the name Dizaster. Actually, I still didn't have the name Dizaster until I started doing that. Then I was Dizaster, and once that happened, I started going on forums because I started killing people at house parties and like record stores and shoe stores. That's how it started like growing. We started having a crowd of like 20, 30 people, 40 people. then I started looking on message boards, Yahoo message board, mcbattles.com. That was way before everyone's time. Like, if you know about mcbattles.com.
Also big
like,
in Germany.
Yeah, that was like the shit, bro. And like in the early 2000s, like you had to go on there to find what was going on. Yeah. So I would find where battles were and I would try to travel there. I branched out to Chicago. I went and slept out on the street so I could try to fucking battle over there just so I could be part of this tournament. 150 people, and I turned out third in the tournament. They put me in the newspaper in Chicago saying this guy came all the way from LA to fucking battle with us, and I was the only person that was there from LA, you know? From there, I just kept doing it. I started getting a big name in LA, and then in 2005, they started something called the Pit in Los Angeles, which was like the street version of what we did. It was like Smack. It was influenced by Smack, like what is URL today. And once that happened, I immediately knew that that's where I had to earn my stripes, you know, because I was battling around more backpackers and like more like the hip hoppy heads. I was like, I'm going to the gang shit. Like, so I went to like the most fucking gangster event that you could go to because everybody there was either a Crip or a Blood or from some neighborhood. And like, I went in there, I was the only non-gangbanger, non-black man in there. And I earned my respect there. That's where everybody loved me and was like, yo, you're our guy, you're our Eminem. Like, I became like royalty there because I just was killing everybody. Nobody could beat me. I was the reigning champ all over Los Angeles. And it became to a point where people were like, leave him alone, like just battle some street dudes. Like I was like kind of royalty over there. And I ran the entire pit, you know what I mean? And that went to like 2007 and then it ended. It went from 05, 06, 07, it ended. And when it ended, there was like a little brief like moment where I was like, fuck, like ain't shit happening right now. So I started working again, you know what I mean? I was selling cars. So in 2007, within that year, not within a year, within that year of the shit ending, the World Rap Championships came. But they were already in 2006, I just hadn't caught on to them. So when the World Rap Championships came in 2007, I was like, I have to do this, even though it's 2-on-2s, it's not 1-on-1. So I'm like, I just have to find somebody to partner up with. So like I partnered up with somebody and entered it. And I had like a good, like I was nominated for MVP by the end of it, even though we lost and everything, but I was nominated for like one of the top 20 rappers in the world at the time, and Thesaurus won the whole MVP thing, obviously. And that was in 2007. And then once that was over, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I just kind of went back to just doing my shit, hustling and doing random shit. And then 2008, Grindtime started. And from there, bro, it has been a fucking straight gas pedal. I've been stepping on the gas pedal since 2008 without even fucking stopping. Really, I've been stepping on the gas pedal since 99. But like once the league started in 2008, I was just fucking, now we're here, bro. Yeah, I mean, definitely, bro. I started off like more of a street battler. Well, I started off actually like more like just lyrical and shit, and then I just became more street, like because that was my surrounding. So I used to have like more gun bars, and I used to like rap more like a smack dude in like 2005. And then like once I started getting influenced by Thesaurus and Ilmag, I started like, because I used to like think like the street shit was the best form of battle rap, and then I seen Thesaurus and Ilmag, and I was like, oh no, man, this shit that they do over here on the street, it's nothing, bro. They're not talking about anything. These are the real fucking battlers, you know what I mean? And they really heavily influenced me to incorporate multi-syllables into my style. Like that's who really influenced it, was Thesaurus and Ilmag. I was like, I have to do this. And keep in mind, this was happening to me in 2005 and 2006 while I was at the pit. And that's why I was killing everybody there in the street place, because I was able to incorporate this different style that they couldn't fuck with, because I had that power of using multi-syllables with my shit, and like they just couldn't fucking deal with it, bro. And it helped me a lot. And now at this point, bro, my shit is developed into just, I'm just an all-around just crazy writer. I write, I have like just like the ability to weave in and out of 1,000 different patterns, and like I have my own style of rapping. You know, when I started, there was just, you know, a lot of influences, and throughout the years I've had a lot of influences. I'd say like Pat Stay and Dumbfounded were like huge influences on me. Like I'm talking about like around 2012 and 11 and 10. Like I'm talking about like in the beginning, these guys were really huge influences on me, and continuing, you know what I'm saying? Like even after that, you know what I mean? All the way up till I battled Pat Stay and Dumbfounded, and I was completely influenced by their style. And even there's a guy named Fredo that he might not know about in Germany, but he's incredible. Fredo was somebody that influenced me too, man. Even though he's not like one of the top dudes in the world, to me he was pen-wise, you know what I'm saying? It still is if he wants to be. Fredo has battles on Grindtime and just fucking battles on, he has battles on Grindtime. Where else? He's battled on a lot of places. Just type his name in. KOTD title match. I think I did Po Rich, Arcane, and Pat Stay. Obviously my favorite one was Po Rich. The Arcane one, I got robbed and played in that one. And then the Pat Stay one, I just don't feel like I was at my best in that, even though like it's Pat, so I don't give a fuck. Like I love the battle. But my favorite would have been the Po Rich one because that's how I earned the title. It definitely wasn't an accusation. It was a complete exposure. Yeah, I mean, I had proof. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I was like, oh, I found out you were doing it. I had proof because the guy that was writing for him, I made him tell me. And then I made him send me the proof, and I printed it out on a piece of paper, and I brought it there. Unfortunately, that crowd wasn't too much of a hip-hop crowd, so they didn't care about something like that. The morals and the roots of what we do as an art and preserving this art form wasn't important to them. What was important to them was that their guy, Arcane, gets to fucking perform without being disrespected by the animal Dizaster. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm such a bad person for making everything chaotic. Like, I fucking threw a beer can at people in the fucking crowd. I lost my mind in that fucking battle. They took it out of the footage, but I smashed some people with a beer can during the battle, bro. Because they were like talking shit in the corner and I could hear them, and I just took the beer can. I was like, who said that? Somebody raised their hand back there, and I fucking just threw a full beer can, not like it was open. It was a I threw that shit like a fucking 2-3 pound rock. Yeah, I don't really tolerate it, bro, and people know that about me, bro. Like, I'll literally fucking do some shit to you if you come and disrespect my fucking performance that I've put in all this blood, sweat, and tears to come and do for this fucking 15 minutes. I've fucking put my whole life into it, and I've sacrificed time with my family and, you know what I'm saying, my own well-being for some fucking jackass to come there and look cool. Like, bro, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, bro, and I almost fucked somebody up in New York like that. The guy that started talking to the crowd, I turned around and started ripping his fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? It happens, bro. I'll literally do it to somebody. Like, if somebody fucks with my fucking performance, like, if it happens anytime soon, the people are going to get... I will turn around and jaw check somebody for that. No, it's not over. I'm just taking a little break because money situations, and because me, I'm just... Lush is doing his own thing right now with No Jumper, and I'm doing my own shit across the world, but we're coming back together like this year or in the beginning of next year. So like in the next like 6-7 months, we're doing a huge GTX event, you know what I mean? And I might do Virus 2, which Virus was like an event that we did. I might do Virus 2 in October 31st, so Halloween, where we're gonna dress up as characters and battle each other. So
that's cool.
That's most likely happening next month. Honestly, it was just part of growing. I mean, the Math Hoffs shit is like, I go back and forth about how I feel about it when people ask me, but like, it just depends on how I feel. Like, to be honest with you, like, he went on to do his thing and I'm happy for him, and like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like we just had we bumped heads in a crucial moment in fucking battle rap history, and shit, you know, unfolded the way it did. It probably shouldn't have, and it probably would have been better if it didn't. Yeah, man, like, I'm way past that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just so far removed from it, bro. It was 11 years ago, you know what I mean? Like, it comes up, you know what I mean? I literally fucking was prepared to rebuttal it yesterday. He brought it up. It comes up every single battle. No, we haven't spoken. I mean, we did a little bit after because we were supposed to box at an event. They were putting it together, and I don't know what happened. Like, they supposedly had the money for us, and they were going to put the whole thing together, and then they just kind of just fell apart with it, and they didn't know what to fight. And then I think they just wanted us to just do it, and it's just like, no. That's interesting. Yeah, you do. Like, for me, like, because the way I rap, I definitely rap like it's a sport. Definitely need to be in shape when I battle. Sometimes when I'm not in the best shape, I can feel it in the battle. Battle rap takes so much out of me, bro. Like, it kills my muscle, kills my fucking... Because you don't eat like you're supposed to. You're smoking. You're fucking just moving around. You're doing all this shit. You're constantly, like, being unhealthy, preparing for the battle. You're stressing out. You're not sleeping good. Your sleeping pattern is fucked up. So... that whole lead up into a battle, I always, like, my health deteriorates coming up to a battle, and then I have to regenerate, and then it deteriorates. Like, it's fucking this up and down thing, you know what I mean? That's why I haven't been able to get in the best shape of my life, like, where I want to be, because I always have a battle that comes up and sets me back. I love acting. I just feel like right now, I don't know if I feel like I'm blackballed. Because of the things I like talking about and because of who runs Hollywood, so I don't think I'm a favorite right now. You know, the movie was fucking awesome, but definitely it could have been better. And we want to do a part 2, and I hope it happens, bro.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, man,
nice.
It definitely could have been better, but it was amazing, man. I'm not really complaining. I battled in the most countries too, not just the most battles. Yeah, I don't know how many countries now I have under my belt. I'm about to add 2 right now. I'm literally about to add 5, actually. My next 2 are going to be Portugal and Poland, but then I'm going to France, and then I'm going to Nigeria, and then I'm going to Mexico. So
holy shit,
those are going to be all new add-ons. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to end up with like 15 or 16 different countries that I fucking headlined. No. No, because you know what? I like go up and down. Like I'm gonna right now from my performance yesterday, you can tell I'm back on it. This is like me in 2016. I went through like a little stagnant phase where I kind of fell out of love with it and too much life thing going on and being a parent and so much things that like I just wasn't like into it like I was, but I'm back right now, you know what I mean? Next, I'm flying to Netherlands. I have a battle in Amsterdam versus a guy named Jeeves who raps in 6 different languages, so I accepted the battle with him based on that fucking context. I know you guys are familiar with him, so I'm definitely going to battle him. And after him, on the 20th, I'm doing a surprise battle in England versus Quill. So I'm showing up out of nowhere and I'm fucking appearing at the venue. Nobody knows that I'm battling there. It's going to be fucking monumental. Then 7 days later, I'm battling in Portugal versus Mr. Burns. And then 6 days later, I'm battling versus Oxon in Poland. So, and then I go home. And then I come back, power up again, try to get my health back for a whole fucking month. And then I'm back in France on November 15th. Yeah, man, it's Dizaster, in case y'all didn't know. My Twitter is gone, but you can fucking follow me on Mr. Dizaster. Spell that with a Z, MRDIZASTER on Instagram. You can fucking see all my latest shit over there. I post everything over there. And yeah, man, look out for more shit that I'm gonna be doing soon. GTX, I'm bringing back some shit. Follow the league, you know what I'm saying? GTX battles. And yeah, man, free Palestine.